tell us what your favorite music genre is and what you love about it.
Wow. So my favorite music genre is R&B, leaning towards hip hop with a blend of soul and some old school. So that's all over the place. But my favorite is R&B. I like I like lyrics. And so hip hop with good lyrics. I'm really into lyrics. I like messages. I like stories in music. And so I tend to lean more towards R&B.
There you go.
Mhm.
Awesome. Hi SPC, my name is Alexa and welcome to The Connect, a conversation focused on sharing resources to empower students during their journey to success. We have an awesome guest on today's episode, joining us from the Department of Student Support Services. Please go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us what you do and how long you've been with SPC.
Okay, well, my name is John Martin. I'm the Director of Student Conduct and Title IX here at St. Philip's College. And I've been with St. Philip's now for 20 years. I started off in student life, and just over the years, I've worked with students in organizations and programs and activities. And then I took on the role of Director of Student Conduct about 5 years ago.
Well, today we'll be talking about Title IX. And for those who may not know what that is or what it means, can you inform us on what Title IX is and who it covers?
Okay, so Title IX it refers to laws enacted back in 1972, if I'm not mistaken. But it's laws centered around gender equity in the education field. Title IX, as we're applying it, and as we're going to discuss today, refers to the sections of that law that protects people against sexual misconduct in their academic spaces.
And why is it important for students to be aware of Title IX?
Well, Title IX is important because it impacts a student's ability to be successful on campus. One of the things that St. Philip's we pride ourselves on is creating a space where students can be focused on their academic and career goals and not be distracted by other people's conduct, misbehavior, and otherwise things that would impede their progress. And so Title IX is important because it speaks to those behaviors that can really create a very hard experience for our students and create an environment that is just not conducive to success. And those things relate to sexual harassment, sexual assault, stalking, dating violence, domestic violence, all of those behaviors and criminal acts that could otherwise derail a student's ability to be successful.
And so if someone were to want to report a Title IX violation, what does the process look like for that?
Okay. Well, students are encouraged to speak to professionals on campus to help facilitate that so that they can get full access to all of the resources available. With sexual misconduct, oftentimes to assist a student, we want to make sure that they're well first, that they're safe, that any needs that they have are met right away around their emotional health and well-being as well. So talking to our professionals on campus helps get that started. From there, we have a process where the student can report the behaviors reported through our SOBI system, which is Strategies of Behavioral Intervention. And it's an online reporting mechanism that students can access directly if they choose, or it will be accessed by our staff on campus. They can also report misconduct of that nature to our campus police. They're also a resource for the students to get assistance and get help in the event that they're experiencing any of those behaviors.
So aside from on-campus resources, what are some off-campus organizations that students can connect with or reach out to if they have any concerns or just need more information on Title IX?
So with Title IX addresses certain behaviors and conducts such as sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence. And we have relationships with community partners like the San Antonio Rape Crisis Center to help with students who may have experienced or know someone who's experienced sexual assault. And we also have a relationship with the Bexar County Family Justice Center. They focus more so on people who are dealing with domestic violence and dating violence. They help with things like protective orders and legal support for overcoming those challenges that result from those activities. And so we have a host of a good resource on our campus is our counseling center. They can connect students with even more resources than those. Those are the ones that immediately come to mind. But they have a long list of relationships and partners that they work with directly.
Do you have any words of advice for the SPC community regarding Title IX?
Yes, well, the biggest thing is know that there's support. There's support for you if you've experienced behaviors that are considered Title IX violations. It's not behavior that's tolerated on our campus. We want to make sure that our students feel safe and comfortable when they're studying here. And even in this remote environment, there's still behaviors that are unwelcome and that students should feel confident that if they're reporting it, we're going to take action and resolve those things. We want to make sure that students let someone know as soon as possible, as soon as they're comfortable sharing. We like to create a safe space for our students to share those experiences as well as get the proper help and resources. And we let our students be the guide of that process. Sometimes when you are the victim of misbehavior in that area, one of the things we want to do is make sure that you're empowered and understand that you are empowered to guide that process to healing and recovery.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us today and joining us in this space of conversation where we can provide these resources and information to our community. And we'd like to close off on a more high note. So how about you tell us a random fact about you?
Oh, wow, random fact. Well, I like to barbecue. I make a fabulous pork rib. That's my favorite. As a matter of fact, I won Students' Choice Award in the 2019 Culture Fest at St. Philip's College. And so I think I won third place overall in the pork rib contest, but I'm pretty serious about my ribs. And I'm not going to brag, but I can cook a slab of ribs.
So is it more the technique or the seasoning?
You know, I will say this, it's the proper technique allows for your flavoring to stand out. So if your rib is tender, not overcooked, not undercooked, then the technique allows it to blend into the background and people can enjoy the way your ribs taste. But you have to have proper technique in order for your seasoning to even matter. Because no one cares what a tough rib tastes like.
That's true. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your knowledge and providing a space of conversation to provide resources to our students.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for having me.
If you wish to contact John Martin, we'll leave his information on the screen. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of The Connect. Make sure to follow us on social media where we share additional resources available to you.